Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about what manna is and how it connects to Jesus being tempted in the wilderness. Most people think that manna is simply a food that God gave Israel for 40 years that kept them sustained, but I think that it's a little more than that. When Jesus was fasting in the wilderness for 40 days, Satan told him to turn some stones into bread, and then Jesus quoted Deuteronomy 8:3, which talks about manna, and how man shall not live on bread alone. From Exodus 16, you learn the Israelites got manna once a day, you can't store it, and that you have to trust in God to get manna. From this, we know that God didn't just give them food, but He gave them a reason to trust Him daily. We can also see in Deuteronomy 8:3 that God gave the Israelites manna to not just feed them, but teach them a lesson. Manna was a lesson about dependence and how you have to live on God's word, not just physical food. It was real food, but it meant something deeper. Now let's go to when Jesus was being tempted in the wilderness. Jesus was fasting for 40 days, kind of like how the Israelites had manna for 40 years. Jesus was literally starving, and then Jesus was tempted by the devil to eat bread. That's when Jesus quoted Deuteronomy 8:3, the verse about manna. Men shall not live on bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of God. Jesus is basically saying that he trusts God way more than he trusts food. So how do these stories connect? Well, Israel had food, still complained it didn't trust God. While Jesus didn't have food, he was starving and trusted God completely. Jesus is reliving the Exodus story, but doing it perfectly. Let's go to John 6, when Jesus says that he's the bread of life. This is saying that man is temporary, yet Jesus is eternal. A lot of us are like Israel. We still complain, though we have everything, and we don't trust God. Honestly, I'm like this more than I want to admit. The real question is, do you trust God only when you're full, or also when you're empty? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and learned at least something from it. Have a nice day.